So it's the night before 13 Peaks. Super excited. And yeah, I've got all my stuff out, which is pretty exciting as well. So I thought I'd be more nervous than this, but I'm actually just so excited to get going with this now. It's time. So I am really, really excited. I'm at my parents' place in Claremont in Cape Town, and the weather predicted is really, really good. So we have no excuses, and it's full moon as well. So it should be really epic running. We're starting at 12 o'clock tomorrow, which is a midweek Wednesday, so that we can get going. It's good weather. On the way with the parentals. They're driving. I've even got the music. It's all happening.
I'm right here, right here. I think it.
Yeah, because we're going to stampede you over.
Is it?
That was the gun.
How was it?
Hey, go, go!
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're up Lion's Head. There's the crew. Say hello, crew.
Hello, crew. Hello, crew.
Whip, whip. Peeps Team. And we're obviously very fresh and rowdy because we just started. But yeah, super stoked. We started with the Signal Hill gun and we had a nice little send-off. And you can already hear my breathing. Yay! That's the 13 Peaks. Where you going, Lion's Head? Technically two. So Nuno's talking about a very important thing. We've just as a team discussed if there's any relevant medical things. I don't think it is important to decide on that. So we've decided we're all good. But he has got some emergency medicine if we need. We are now walking up to
Kloof Corner.
Kloof Corner. So it's a part that you probably won't see because it's boring. But it's up. So yeah, we're going to Kloof Corner. I've just done Lion's Head. Woohoo!
So that's been crazy kind of medical condition.
And the weather's been perfect. And in terms of eating, I've drunk already 1 bottle, so it's 500 mils. And I've had some gorp. Who else has eaten stuff? I think.
Eaten. I have just 1 gel.
Nina's had a gel, and the others are not much at all. Yeah. So that's where we are at the moment. Cool beans. Woo! Good to go. Okay. Okay, so we've just hit Platter Clip. We've literally just hit it along from the contour path, come along, and we're just starting it now. The team is still in good spirits because there's lots of talking, but our team's got quite a few talkers on it, and it's not just me. And yeah, going well. This is kind of what we're going up, just to give you an idea. So it's Platter Clip, so lots of stairs. At the moment it's fairly gradual-ish, but yeah, going well. Weather's still treating us really well. In terms of hydration, I'm carrying on with Rehydrate. I've had a little bit more gorp. I had potatoes and some sandwiches back there, but I need to get going again with some more. Guess where we are? We finished the top of Platter Clip. No, not Platter. Yes, Platter Clip! Yay! So stoked. So someone was asking about my eating. I'm eating. We all made a point of getting up and we're eating some bars. This is a bit of a downhill, so we're going to start maybe a little bit of a trot, but it is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Check this. Absolutely beautiful. And the team is still in high spirits because they're still joking about me and, you know, having fun because we've decided, guys, what have we decided? That we're coming out with a lot of awards at the end of this. So we've got the person who's packed the most food, me. And what other kind? Yeah, I've got all kinds of awards that we.
Funniest award.
Funniest award. Most talkative, the 13 peaks with absolutely no silence between.
Yeah, 15 seconds of no talking at all so far. Only 15 seconds.
Only 15 seconds.
You're winning the most.
So what? Ooh.
5 of them up here.
Oh wow, awesome. Can't see you, my screen's all blurry. Oh, I love my team. So proud. Look at this, guys. This is Makia's beacon. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Nice.
Ooh. This is Ernest trying to figure out my phone to take photos of surfboard. Dive board. Sorry, what's up? No, what's up? This is how we roll. Fun and laughter, noise all the time. Woohoo! We are at Grootkorp now, despite someone saying Judas Peak. And the team is still in really high spirits, and we're going all the way down there. So yeah, so we've done really well. We are hydrating and eating as we go along, and lots of jokes, and almost crushing Dawn's foot. That's why I have 2, thanks. And we're now going to head down, and we're going to go to Judas Peak, down Llandana Ravine, and then heading to our seconders who will be at Sekabos, which will be awesome. So we can lighten our packs, i.e. Dawn can get rid of some food, because she has lots of food, and we can get going. Yeah, so we're doing really well. Good, get going. Look at this weather, and about to be sunset. Sorry, not sunrise. Love it. Whoop whoop. Peak peeps. Us, we're at the bottom of we're in Sekabos, and we're all getting ready. You can see all epic seconders. Just got to go up Klein Leo and then Southern Peak, but we're going to carry really light now because we've got them with us for quite a bit now. So it's going well. A lot of climbing already. We're now 29, 28 k's in, but yeah, good to go.
Yeah.
Right, ooh! So we're outside the peak, this is the start of it. I can't actually see the guys ahead. I have no clue how much you can see. But yeah, we've done Klein Leo. So we're going over Table Mountain, Klein Leo.
Sandy all the way up.
We've now met up with our seconds again and some more amazing supporters, which has been a real epic. And we're now going up Southern Peak. Such a gorgeous. Can't see a lot because it's obviously dark. It's almost 9 o'clock at night. Yeah, going well. We've been refueling when we went back to the car in Sekabos after Klein Leo at our food truck, yeah. And then we are very light, so we left our packs with the car because they're going to follow us through. So we're going up Southern Peak very easy as such, or light. Spirits are extremely high because the jokes are still rolling through, and it is amazing. We are 33 k's in and having fun and just loving it. Really good. Legs, personally my legs are a little bit tight, but they're still working pretty well. And Nuno was amazing down Klein Leo. He doesn't like heights, so he did extremely well going down that. Hydration, yeah, I've got some water with me now, and I had some Coke, really enjoyed the Coke, just little sips, and yeah, I feel we're all on top of that, and we're all just having little bits regularly, but mainly when we get to the second in car, we have quite a bit there. Southern Peak isn't as steep as Klein Leo, sandy the whole way up. Apparently?
Not that bad all the way up.
Okay, so yeah.
Changes over to rock.
So it's pretty cool. So that's us at the moment. And that's Ernest climbing up to Southern Peak. Here's our incredible ladder that was on that side. And there's the other part of the group. They came through a different way. So you have a little Dodge little ladder that we've heard all about.
Yeah.
Here's these other guys. How am I getting up from here? Oh! Oh!
So I've commandeered Dawn's GoPro. Kind of just put on a bit of a running spree. I know it's dark, but hopefully I'm able to give you an idea of how it feels to run down a mountain at night. Pretty epic. So just coming down South Peak. And heading down towards Sandy Bay parking lot. And then over to Chappies. Doing pretty well, about 10 hours in now. Feeling good, loving it. And abusing Dawn's GoPro. Epic.
Yes, please. There we go. Hey, so we have just come down Chapman's Peak, yeah, and we're at the turning where we can now go up to Noordhoek Peak. So we've done 8 peaks and we are 13 hours 40 into it, and we've just hit the 50k mark. So yeah, whoop, whoop. We're doing it. All the lights, all the lights.
Super amped.
Okay, so you can't really see me, but that's fine, you can hear me. So we have just climbed up to almost to Noordhoek Peak. We've just got on the road part, which is absolutely freaking amazing. It has been a very hard time for all of us, well, most of us. But Nuno's stories have kept us going. But what is said on 13 peaks stays on 13 peaks. Yeah, we're all a bit tired. It's not 2:30 in the morning, but we're in good spirits. And we're just about to tag our 9th peak, which is epic. But yeah, definitely needed a video for that. Woo-woo!
Yay! Water!
So happy to see you.
Okay.
We're alive at the top of Riesenberg Peak. Yay! It's amazing people! We've got friends with us! Yay! Where's the other one? Oh, there. So exciting! And the others are up there somewhere. I don't know. So we had these 2 amazing peeps come and meet us at Silver Mine Gate 2. This is why we have a group and a team. And not only did they meet us, they fed us with not just donuts but Krispy Kreme donuts. And we are elevated and happy and excited. We are climbing up a road for a very, very long time to get to Constantia Berg is our next one. So we've got 3 peaks left. We've got about a 15 to 20k round trip until we get to Constantia Neck. We are going well. We are all very fatigued except what's his name, who is like Ernest, who is like a machine. But we are in high spirits after some food and donuts, and we are moving forward, which is the most important thing. So yeah, we've eaten donuts, we've eaten a bit of this and that, and we're just keeping on going, and it's going well. Say hello, people!
Hello! So this is Marlu. We're busy doing Constantiaberg to Kloof, Constantia Neck. But the team is doing great. I'm so proud of them. They're just amazing, and wow, they're just so such an inspiration. And yeah, legs are starting to feel it, but almost there. Almost there.
There's the little hill that's you gotta get over. Not too bad.
And there's the little hill we've come from, and that's only half of it that you see there.
Come from all the way from that.
But we're getting there, and with our epic support, and to everyone else who's been absolutely incredible in every way. Thank you guys. So this is our current state. Living life to the full.
And enjoy.
And enjoying and relaxing for 2 seconds, because we've just come from that, which was Nursery Ravine, and we're going up that, which is the Silver Tree Trail towards Devil's Peak. So what's happened is Nuno and Ernest went ahead just because they were going quite a bit faster than us. I'm quite slow at the moment going down. My left leg is not very happy, so the boys have stayed with me. They're so amazing. But it was good that it was really, really cold and windy at the top, so it was good that everyone kept moving. So it's the right decision in terms of that, and between both groups we all know where we're going, so that's also a very pivotal point. And yeah, it's been very slow going, but everyone's kept their spirits up, and those that haven't have kept the other people's spirits up. And we're eating, and we're yeah, doing the normal food. We've just had a bit of droevos, and yeah, what else did you eat? Some other stuff, muffins earlier, yeah. So, and just your water and rehydrate. So we're going along the contour path, or this contour pathy thing, for at least 3 and a bit k's, and then climb up a kilometer to Skeleton Gorge. No, not Skeleton Gorge. Try again to Devil's Peak, where we then tag our last peak, and then we come all the way down to Kloof Corner, where we relieve ourselves of all our bags and go hurrah, and then we go up the last hill back to Signal Hill, which is very exciting. So yeah, we are currently on 26.5 hours, and I have no idea what the distance is because my watch has gone a bit cuckoo. I think it's 90 something, 92, 94, 93.4. My watch has got about 85, but yeah, it's more than that. Yeah, and it's been, I have been getting quite emotional, to be honest, because actually realizing that we're going to do this, it's just absolutely freaking incredible, because I have so much more respect for people who've done this, and it's not only the people that have done it fast, it's people who've actually done it for longer, because it is hard, especially in one go. Like, we've done this from start to finish in one go. We haven't slept. It is now 2:30 in the afternoon, and we haven't slept since yesterday. We went right through the night with really good weather, and then just to this morning it was a bit iffy. So yeah, it's massive, but absolutely brilliant with the team that we've had. Absolutely sterling, and that's the key thing. Get a really good team, be positive, laugh at yourself, and have fun. And then we go up 13 times and down, and then we get our 13 peaks challenge.
Left.
Down. Keep going.
Oh, where are we going?
Down.
Oh, down.
Thank you. Down.
Such a great sport, though. There's no music like you want to practice.
there needs to be a new word invented apart from thank you, because I don't think thank you quite like doesn't come into it. So yeah, but I think it's just, this has been epic. I think this has been, for me personally, it's been over a year of planning. Just short of 2 years ago is when I had my hamstring injury, my hamstring operation. It was 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago. So in September 2019, I had my op. Only in January of 2020 last year, I started running again, walking at 8 minutes a K, 3 Ks every second day. So if you think for a year and a half, I've been running again with a hamstring that's been pinned back into my backside, you know, we're doing pretty well, I think, to cover 110 Ks and almost 7,000. Do you know what I got told by vert? Why don't you do a few more jumps so that you get it to 7,000? It's like 6,997. So this is the inspiration, really, if you think about it. Okay, Ryan stands. He's the one that's really put it together, and like for me, one of my mottos is inspire others and be inspired. I think that's all of us. I think you never ever actually know who and how many people you're inspiring. And for me, if you can inspire one person to just be a better person, or whatever the case, I think that, you know, you've kind of got it. This is also very relevant for 13 Peaks, and it says we have such a long way to go, sighed the boy, and he's on top of his horse. I'm going to show you the pictures. He's on top of his horse. Okay, and yes. But look how far we've come, said the horse. And I think that's the always thing. It's, yes, there is some how far we're going, but look how far we've come. And I think for me, for all of us, I'm just in awe of how we came together, and it was 150,000% a team effort. And there's a few different awards. This is to Liesel. Yeah. This is for excellent pacing skills and reminder of important things to do. We'll leave it like eating and a few other things, but we'll leave it at that. Certificate of Excellence awarded to Mitch for excellent pacing and uplifting conversation. Then a Certificate of Excellence awarded to Malu, being the bringer of most excellent sustenance, Krispy Kremes and fellow pacer. No, for most talkative and creative motivational conversations. Well done, Nuno.
So, first of all done. Seriously, like, hats off to you for everything you've gone through the last year and a half. And actually, there was a point I remember that you were like, you know, over it, and you almost, you didn't hint towards it, but you know, you might have given up. And I'm so glad you just went ahead and didn't let anything bother you, whether people were there with you or not. You kept on going, and I'm very proud of you. Dawn is the lioness, doing good. She just keeps going, and she doesn't give up, and also she looks after her pride. And she's also an Energizer Bunny, which we love.
She gets
We
it.
need-
It's amazing.
If I could do this, I would be charged with energy, and I love it. And I just, also on behalf of Lion 500, well done. This is a certificate for Dawn for being teacher's pet. No, I'm joking. Certificate for Dawn for excellence.
Yeah, well, it's one of those. I quickly outgrew it.
Awarded to Dawn for feeding the whole team 4 times over, and for being an energized bunny.
It was more than 4 times.
Yeah.
Well done.
Next up is Hood 4. And for excellent navigation, encouragement, and jokes.
Lots of jokes.
Oh my boy. And this one is awarded to Hood number 5 for eating all the good food and best quick firing jokes. Yay! Well done, you. A certificate of excellence is awarded to Ernest. Now you have to get up. For full steam ahead energizer. Well done. Well done, you. Yeah. And then certificate of excellence awarded to 7 and crew. 4. Being the best second in crew ever, in every way possible. Best encouragement, support, food, water pourers, videoing, message updating, social media, ... Come!
You forgot the hot chocolate.
Yeah, hot chocolate, 7 and crew. And
I like it.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, the watermelon was amazing.
There we go. Lots of love.
Well done. So, okay, I'm cool.
Dawn, you are such an incredible person. I'm very grateful to Costa for introducing us. And no, just your energy and your core, the core person you are. I think you actually live what you say. And thank you for being an example of authenticity in a very fickle world. It's really, we love you lots. I'm sure you know.
I'm back on class in Skop. It's a week after my last 13 peaks that we did.
How did you feel once you tried that 13? How long did it take you?
Well, it took us 32 hours this time, which was pretty good already because it's about 11 hours later than the last time I did it. I enjoyed this one a lot more. It was the first time I was actually running with a full team. I hated being on this because the last time I was on here, on our 13 peaks, it was raining, it was misty, it was cold, and I was injured, and it just sucked. I was irritated by the time I got here. But by the time we finished, you know, I was grateful. Finally done.
Hi, I'm Hood4. I just did the 13 Peaks challenge. It is definitely not your normal long run. Around kilometer 35, you start to realize this is a lot further than you think. And by the time you've done 2 marathons, you're pretty tired. But it was really awesome. And a huge highlight was definitely the team that really are supporting you when you're tired. The last peak, Devil's Peak, is really, really tough. And just to have a great team was so awesome. And we came down and it was just, we were running, listening to music, listening to the trumpet play. It was just so awesome. Yeah.
I think the hardest moment for me was actually quite ironically near the end. So we're going up the last peak and I stupidly asked how much further we had to get to the top, and I turned around to one of the guys and I was like, how much further? And he was like, you know, this distance, we've got to do that again. And it was quite a substantial distance, so I took 2 more steps and then I just burst into tears. I think it was just everything, just the fact that I knew we would finish, but it was still that little bit more to go. And I got a nice big hug, which made all the difference. And again, just being in a team, that's what it means. So that was a very hard point for me.
So what kept you going when you were on this peak last time in the cold and rain?
I hate quitting. There was no way I'm going to quit this. I mean, I've done it before. I know we were going for, we were past the point where we were going to make the time that we wanted to do, but it was still on a good time. And I just don't like quitting, especially not on the mountains. I mean, this is my sanity.
Hi, I'm Hood5. I recently ran 13 peaks. The first half was relatively easy. After that, things started to get a bit harder. We ran through the night. Coffee at Konstantinek was the best part. Really woke me up, got me going till the end. And the highlight is definitely the last part where we'll be singing and dancing along to the music.
So what would you tell someone who isn't familiar with the mountains but really would love to do something but doesn't believe it's possible to do something like 13 peaks? What would you tell them?
Me being me, I'll tell them just go for it. You know, if you think about something too long, you think yourself out of it. Just go for it. I mean, even if you're going to do 13 peaks, get someone that knows the routes, go scout the routes, get to know the peaks, know where they are and how to get there. And once you familiarize yourself with it, then go for it. You know, but keep in mind, it's a lot of planning, it's a lot of training. You know, the better you're prepared for it, the better you're going to do it. Don't just go out and do it. You know, so.
If you could summarize your 13 peaks experience in one word, what would it be?
Epic. I don't think twice about that. Epic.
Okay, 13 peaks. Absolutely loved the challenge. It's an unbelievable, amazing route. Great way to actually see some of the best peaks and the best views of Cape Town. and Table Mountain and all the other areas. It's a brutal elevation. I think I was aware of that. I was more concerned with that than the distance, and the distance was not that difficult. I think the elevation at such an early stage, you get quite high in terms of elevation. That was tough. It was really important for us to have 3 people in the team that really know the route quite well. That made a huge difference. I think we gained a lot of time in that first third of the challenge. Eating a lot in the beginning of the challenge was also important. I think I front loaded a lot with food, which helped me, from halfway in the last third of the run, made it much easier for me. And also we were blessed with the weather in the first half, and then we could see the weather was possibly changing, so did get my warmer stuff in. That was very important, especially going up Klassenkop and Devil's Peak. The weather was pretty nasty, so it was very, very important. I think the toughest for me was definitely being out there for such a long time. I had never been running for longer than 12 hours, so that was a huge milestone, and I wasn't really sure how my body would cope with the sleep deprivation, with all the other stuff. I think the energy levels were pretty high, and I felt I coped well with that. And I'm really keen to come back and break the 24 hours, which I think is very doable. But it was quite nice to do it once, knowing with people that know the route well, and giving the opportunity not to make a lot of mistakes. So now I'm pretty ready to go back and go up again 13 times.
Yes, we stopped to take photos and videos, and that's what I want to share, because it's about the journey, it's about appreciating, and to encourage and inspire other people to know that often we put our own boundaries and limits on ourselves, and yet we are capable of so much more. I would run 5 times a week. I built it up, and I did strength training at least 2 to 3 times a week, between some home strengthening and some obstacle training. But the biggest thing for me was 4 weeks preceding when we did the 13 peaks, I really worked hard on mentally working hard on my strategies of knowing that I can do this. And that came in the form of chatting to some friends who've done a lot of ultra trail running especially, listening to some incredible women who have done some incredible things, and how they encouraged me to really know that I can do this, and to prepare in terms of actually knowing the route and the physical aspects of it as well. So from food to clothing to where our seconders were coming to meet us, and then also to know, I didn't know all the routes. I recce'd a little bit of it at the beginning, and so I really studied the map in terms of how far the distances were, so I wasn't surprised by the fact that we had like a 10k run between 2 peaks, and especially near the end with the last 3 peaks, it's really hard going. And that's a big deal, because you get to like peak 9, 10 and people are like, oh, you're almost finished, because it's 13 peaks. And that's actually when the hard work begins, because you then have like a marathon to run still, and 3 peaks, which are a lot of climbing, and to get back. But I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change anything. My team was the best. The experience was incredible.
So here are some tips for 13 peaks. You got to start with some specific training. We did some really steep ups and some really steep downs, and also time your legs is really important. It's a long run.
Another thing is, if you're going to be running in the night, you might want to practice that beforehand. So just like 1 or 2 short runs, see are you comfortable with your torch, are you comfortable with your light, and how that's going to look. Another tip is definitely breaking your run into smaller sections. At the start you're happy to do like 25, 25, 25, 25. At the end it's going to be just like 2Ks, next 2Ks, the next corner. Just keep going.
Another really important thing is to have a good team who can support you and keep you there.
You gotta know your gear and be comfortable with that. Yeah, but it was awesome.
I must say, the biggest word I can use to describe 13 Peaks for me is overwhelmed. I think I'm overwhelmed by how much people care, how much, just what something like this can do for a community and for me and for my team. We just learned so much in so many ways, not just physically but mentally, and about ourselves and about each other, and to know that we can do it.